Hi everyone. Today we will be discussing the battery regulations of the European Union. So up until now, Europe had this regulation, rather directive, the Directive 2006/66 EC of the European Parliament and of the Council on batteries and accumulators and waste batteries and accumulators. Now what has happened, they have in 2023 issued regulations, Regulation 2023/1542 of the European Parliament and of the Council of 12 July 2023 concerning batteries and waste batteries. This regulation has repealed the directive that previously used to exist for batteries. If you go on the European Commission's website, it says underneath batteries, ensuring that batteries placed on the European market are sustainable and circular throughout their whole life cycle. They are an indispensable energy source, also a key technology in the transition to climate neutrality, which is one of the European goal, and to a more circular economy. And it is predicted because in electronic vehicles and all, the usage of battery is increasing, so global demand for batteries is increasing rapidly, and it is set to increase 14 times, they say, by 2030. And the EU could account for 17% of that demand. So on 17th August 2023, the new batteries regulation entered into force, and which aims to minimize the environmental impact of this exponential growth in light of new socio-economic conditions, technological developments, markets, and battery usages. What are the objectives of this passing the battery regulation? EU rules on batteries aim to make batteries sustainable throughout their entire life cycle. So think of it from sourcing of the material to their collection, recycling, reuse, repurposing. In the current energy context, the new rules, they promote the development of a competitive, sustainable battery industry, one that will support Europe's clean energy transition and independence from fuel imports. On July 4th, this year, the European Commission has also published new rules for waste batteries. So these are the ones that we're talking about. So new rules have been published for waste batteries that will circulate and verify the rates of recycling efficiency, and they're also talking about recovery of materials. Again, when we're talking in the context of waste batteries, the aim is to boost the recycling and recovery of materials, especially critical and strategic raw materials. Here they have kept a reference of the battery directive that has been repealed by the new battery regulation, and here you can find a reference of the new battery regulation. They've also created a very nice chart on how the implementation would look like. So battery directives, they entered into force back in 2006, and in 2020 Commission adopted proposal for new rules on batteries. On 17th August 2023, the regulation entered into force, and This year, July 2025, new rules have been issued for calculating and verifying rates of recycling efficiency, and these new rules have entered into force as well. So, this was all about a brief on the battery regulation um, in Europe. We will dive deep into it and its various chapters and the interpretation of it in the subsequent sessions. So, stay tuned for more updates. Thank you, guys.